Hey there, welcome back to the Grandiose Project. My name is John Skane. Today's video is just going to be a quick little behind the scenes of the video setup that I use to make these videos of me making the paintings and the minute mixes, the little paint mixing videos, and whatever else I film in the studio. So I'm going to use the DJI Osmo Pocket, which I have in my hand right now, to film this whole thing, and I'd like to do it without making any cuts. So let's see if I can do that without stumbling too much. For the sound, I'm using a RØDE VideoMicro, I think it's called, and it's a wireless mic, and that is plugged right into the bottom of the DJI Osmo. Okay, I'm gonna flip this thing around and show you the setup. So for this, for these paint mixing videos, I set them up on this cart that I got at IKEA, and I just put some white paper over it, and I painted the surface of the wood with white paint. And I'm getting a bigger piece of glass that will cover the whole thing, so then that'll cover it. But in the meantime, I've just got this paper over the top to keep it protected and clean till I get the big piece of glass. And I've got these two sheets of glass just butted up next to each other. But that works for now. And this little setup here, I've got just some, paint brushes and some paint and stuff lined up just to kind of create a little set. And then I do all the mixing kind of right here in the middle. So I'll have 3 camera angles that I can kind of choose from when I'm showing the mixes, because the mixes are pretty short, so I'm trying to keep the movement and the flow of the video kind of quick. So for the setup for this, I am using the Sony A7 III with a Tamron 35mm 2.8 lens on there. And I use that as the main camera looking down on the paint palette. I've got this Feisol tripod, and I bought the this angle thing for it. I've got my iPhone set up here on this little tripod with a little bracket thing there that holds it, and that's kind of looking through these brushes at the palette to give kind of a different angle. Over here I've got the Sony A7R3 with a 85 1.8 lens on it, and that gives me kind of a shallow depth of field view that is, kind of down low, like that or something. So this is what I use to film, and it's a pretty simple setup, and I just move the stuff around when I want to film the broader view of me painting back here and doing paintings for the project. Oops, wrong way. The lighting that I use is not ideal, but it works for now. I've got this LED light here, and that can be kind of tuned to be warm and cool, so I can adjust that. And then I've got just some clamp-on lights, shop lights, that are have daylight bulbs in them, so that works really well for that. And then I've got the Godox SL60W, which I think stands for white or something. It's the more cool light. This light's great. I've got the diffuser on it for when I want to do like kind of up close shots, of me talking and stuff, or if I just want to diffuse the light so I'm not getting as much glare. So this thing works really well. And then here I've got a GoPro, and it is hooked up with this little small rig clamp in case I want another camera angle. So all in all, I've got my phone, 2 Sony A7 cameras, the GoPro, and this DJI Osmo, and that's what I use. I kind of flip around, use them for whatever seems to suit my needs best, and I just kind of go from there. It does make it a little bit of a pain editing though, because they don't always all look the same, even though I try to keep the white balance and everything set to the same white balance. All right, well, that is a behind the scenes of how I set up to do these paint mixing videos and how I film in the studio when I'm working on these larger paintings. Leave a comment down below and let me know how you liked this kind of behind the scenes. Also, let me know what other kind of behind the scenes you'd like to see with regards to painting, or maybe how I edit my videos, or how I edit the photographs that I take. I always like watching kind of behind the scenes and studio videos, so let me know if you're into that and if you want to see more for this channel. Okay, have a good one. We'll see you next time.